Yes.
My name is Andrew Okapis. I've been looking for a chance to meet with some government, but I think we're afraid to have an appointment. Yet is my neighbor here in charge. That's a story for some other time. I would like to, I think today is my most lucky day. I've been listening to the presentation and they proposed the Mushana youth project. It's quite elaborate, good, a good idea. I'm sorry, I'm not joined Mushana yet, but I think I'm to blame myself. I would like to join. Though Mugabe not giving me a chance to meet him. Now, my question is, you're proposing to invest, I can see a petrol station, what have you. I tend to read a lot of global trends, and this is your fossil energy. There was a projection of by around 30 something, there will be a downtrend towards the fossil energy, and they are directing towards things like solar or and other forms of energy. Do you think that investment, if you suck in capital now, it would do, I'll call it catch a disaster along the way? It's just an issue of concern. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Andrew Okapisi. Okay, Mr. Okapisi. Um, I'm happy to hear from you. You are saying I've not given a chance to meet you. I need to.
I several times I've made appointments that have fallen through. And I have your money that I want to give you for Veraja and live in Kasaji. Cash.
Now there you can even meet me now.
No, but I'm serious on it. I'm serious on it.
Okay, sir. We can have a. Okay, you stay in Chanja, right?
I'm next to your office here.
Yes.
I'm
No.
a Vesta Hotel.
Yes, one time we had the reason why I no longer come to office because one time some armed robbers were following up. You know how we operate our business, where people may think you have the money or you are picking up money from office. So I stopped going to office. That's why you are unable to meet me. Because I said you have to be careful with security. Armed robbers visited our office, and from then we have been trying to avoid being killed or being robbed. So we are trying to put all measures. But we shall have. I'm going to my number. You have my number.
Yes, I do. I've exchanged with you even on WhatsApp.
Yes, yes. You are going to give me WhatsApp, then I will tell you we shall meet. Sorry about that. Then on the issue of
Okay.
the fuel and the
Fossil
train.
energy projection.
Yes, I think that is. We still have a long way. By that time, we shall have made the money. And this project we have 2 acres. Now that's why I'm proposing. When you look well at the what is displayed on the screen, you see there's a petrol station in front. There is a market. There is a cafe, but behind you are seeing apartment blocks. So it is a mixed use. Now, by 30 years from now or 50, eh, maybe we shall have thought of something else and we shall have made the money we have injected in 30 years. That's a lot of time. And actually, want I watched Mr. Trump was asking Elon Musk, was commending him for his Tesla cars, but he also said, but it's the Tesla car. For example, I'll give you our own bus. Let me leave his brand, but our buses here, which are electronic, where they tell you if full charged, it takes you up to 80 kilometers. But me, I'm a man from Kanungu. I need to drive 315 kilometers to reach my home. So how many? And if you are to charge that battery, you need 2 hours, minimum of 2 hours. Meaning for me on my side, I will need to charge 4 times those are 8 hours lost. So even Trump was telling him, but these cars, maybe if you are going to drive in Kampala, but even in Kampala you may fail. Sometimes that jam. We have electronic bike for one of our operation officers. Of course, they were thinking in that direction, and they said, okay, let us give it a try. Let us have electronic bikes for our offices. But the challenge they are facing. You drive, you are going to where those people have no batteries, and of course they are. It is all when you have an electronic car or electronic motorcycle, you are limited. You cannot go to some places. So we still have a long way. You see, even Trump was talking about it, that it is a good car, but it has its own limitations, and that's why even developed countries, it is not yet picking well. So we still have some time, but also ours is a mixed use. If the petrol station in 30 years is no longer making money, we shall put a more if it is making money. You see that? We can put our showroom, because we are also planning to venture into agro-processing and manufacturing. So we can put our showroom for our products. We are going into coffee processing, cocoa, we are looking at chocolate. So let us see what the future holds in the next 30 years. But for now, petrol stations are making money. And the brand you are looking at is a good brand where you can make money anytime you finish construction.
Thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much, Andrew, for your question. I hope it was answered. If it wasn't, you can still raise your hand. I don't see any other hand up for now. Yes?
Yes, Mugabe and the moderator, thank you very much for this insightful information about Mushana. It really gives hope to those that are joining. But a concern from my side, did you risk giving people take possession of their titles, the land in Kasanje, without paying their balance?
I'm seeing.
How do you trust them?
Actually,
Because you know Ugandans, eh?
I know you guys, and you are saying that when one of the members who took a title, man, is paying zero balance, is attending the meeting, so he has had. He has not. He promised to pay on Monday. Today is Tuesday. So sometimes I did that because someone sends money from USA, another one sends from from UK. Even this person I'm talking about sent money before meeting me or meeting any of our members. So I also said, if someone paid 20 million, he had not seen you, he has never seen you, has never talked to you physically, he sent you 20 million. Let us also do that. The 3 million, we can give him the title. We trust. We check his his trust. So, but it is affecting us. It is affecting us, and that's why we said we need to let members know that is not good.
Then the other thing, the other question I had, is there a time frame for someone to pay up their balance for a particular project? Or it's still, like I had it's really biting hard on your side in terms of operation and securing other projects? Is there a time frame? Or you're thinking of giving a time frame for someone to be paid up? Otherwise, if, for example, phase 1 or phase 2, other people finished and they feel that delaying them, don't you think those are the people I see always complaining that for us we finished, but you're delaying us? How do you plan to phase out that time, that long time of paying up as Mushana?
Yeah, actually, thank you, Mr. Samuel. Now, the reason why we held this meeting actually is to make sure that members understand that. Let members understand that we are working as a group. It is an investment club. Maybe members don't understand that we, when we keep talking about Mushana Circle is the brand we are fronting. Mushana Circle is the brand we are fronting, but as Mushana is big, it's a big brand. We have a number of portfolios, and because in Uganda there was a time where circles were not performing well. They are not performing well, and it would be hard for us to market a circle. Even now, sometimes when someone says it's a circle, circles don't manage funds. They are bad fund managers. So now, for us we always have a way of trying to get into the market. That's why we came up with Mushana Finance, which is an investment vehicle. And of course, when you are presenting Mushana Finance to anyone, they may not, of course, it is an investment vehicle. The word circle sometimes scares away people because of previous experiences they had with their small circles or village circles or whatever. But remember, now the reason why we're fronting a circle, you all know. First of all, circles are still exempted from paying income tax. That is one of the things, by the way, we are fronting up a circle. But also as a circle, because we are trying to build a financial institution, like I said, why we need to run a financial institution, circles give you that advantage of, okay, that would be for MESU, but okay, I can say, with a circle, you are able to use other people's money, OPM strategy, we know that under MESU, where you don't have to first grow into a public company for you to float shares publicly. But as a circle, you are able to float shares and receive that share capital and use it to grow. Because most of the times, people are interested in one share or two. They're interested in buying into circle services, not specifically to share dividends. They always want to have cheap loan, those things. But there is someone who invests in 100 shares plus, they are interested in earning dividends, and those are investors looking at earning dividends. So with the circle, it is giving us that advantage of OPM, then also the side of income, because the government is still lenient to circles, so there we are still safe. That's why we are fronting the circle. But for real estate or whatever project we are coming up with, we cluster members in investment clubs. And Mushana Finance is the investment vehicle with a number of investment clubs. We have members investing in agriculture, we have members investing in treasury bills and bonds. Even these other projects, when they are starting, before we know that now we have these shareholders, we still operate as an investment club. Now, investment club helps us to invest, and circle does not claim a share of any investment where their share capital has not been invested. So, and that's where the diversification helps us also. You are able to manage, because this is a fund. Mushana is a fund managing funds on behalf of the people, and that's why we have different portfolios. You cannot mix funds. You cannot mix share capital of the circle into investing in real estate, yet they are not going to share dividends. Yet the real estate members are investing in to privately benefit. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, if you are investing in a plot of land, you are investing in for your own private benefit. So the circle does not benefit from that you are buying a plot. That is your own business. So we cannot start now using circle's money to buy for your plot. It doesn't make sense. That's why we cluster these projects. We cluster members investing in different projects under investment clubs. Then it is from investment clubs that now we also present to them a circle model. Like, if you need financial service or you need a financial help, you can now go to the circle. For example, the upcoming project of mixed use It is going to, we are first mobilizing members under an investment club, and it is going to be under a trust, an investment trust, because their members are investing in to earn passive, to earn dividends. Now, to earn dividends, remember we have different portfolios. For example, Meso. You cannot put it under Meso because Meso has its own shareholders. But Meso can invest in this project and also earn. So we have an investment trust. We have, it is called Meso Investco. It is an investment trust. It is going to manage projects where different people invest and earn interest or earn dividend. We are looking at that. That is Kawembo project, commercial. Then we also looking at goat farming. It is a collective scheme for goat farming where members are going to be investing in and earn dividends. Those collective projects are going to be managed under Meso Investco Limited, which is an investment trust. So that's how we try to diversify. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Thank you very much.
I see Charity has raised the hand. Maybe we can hear from her.
Yes, Charity, please unmute your microphone so that you can ask your question. Thank you.
Hi. My question, I have two. First of my question is, how far have you gone with our titles in Mushana farm, coffee farm?
Yes, thank you, Charity. The farm, sorry, you are not in Uganda, so you have not visited the farm. But anyone who has visited, they know when we bought that land, because it was a big chunk of land, we found actually there are 4 people. One had bought 30 acres, another one bought 10, another one 80, and another one 10. So what they do, we found when the one of 30 was cutting, you have to demarcate and cut your 30. The vendor, after paying, the vendor releases the mother title, you cut your land title. So now that we came last, because we bought what had left, the 92 acres, we are waiting, but we also have this balance of 67 million. Because we have to wait, and actually on Saturday we shall be heading to the farm. One of our neighbors, she wants to meet me. She also has 10 acres. I don't know if she wants to talk. I don't know what she wants to talk about, but she was also in the process of cutting herself from that bigger land. And you know how Ugandans, or how people think. Because I was trying to communicate to them that why can't we do this thing at once? Because for that title, we need to process it from, is it Bukalasa? It is a slow office, or a lands office. So a vendor releases a mother title to one of the people who bought from him, and that person is taking their time. But the farm is moving well. You need to be in Uganda, you visit, the titles will come out. What we need to focus on now is to make sure that the coffee is growing, and we start earning as we are working on the titles. The titles will come.
I see. I know the farm is moving well, and I appreciate. But as well as we are getting excited on that, we need our entitlement as well. Because I thought there was any update on what you have said, because I remember last time I asked, you told me the same. So I thought there was any update on land titles and when we can expect them coming.
No, I'm going there on Saturday because I'm going to meet this lady for her. She has given me appointment. I want to meet those people those who have not processed their titles, the ones we found when they had bought, so that we hold a meeting and we agree if we can process those titles. Like we get one, of course we cannot get one because some had already got their surveyors, but we want to see if we can process all the titles to come out at once, because there is one of 80 acres, another one of 30, then the two each have 10. We are going to work it out.
another question on Kawempe project. So, is there a frame time that people who have put money to like acres to buy, is there a time frame that we are supposed to pay, like by end of December, end of next year, end of when, or how is that? Because I think we haven't moved, we haven't touched in our pocket since we promised. So I don't know if there is any time frame. And also, as I can see, we are 800 in the group. We are 1,000 in the group. So not many of us have put down how much we want of acres, but I don't know, because now you have got a deal with the bank. So before that, myself, I was thinking, why don't Mushana buy Kawempe, and then we people, we can be paying slowly because we don't want to lose the land.
Yes, actually, that's why we are trying to get members' views. I said we are working as an investment club, and people who are buying into this project, they are going to be shareholders. Now, we need members' views on this. What do they think? Can we go on and have the bank come and partner with us? Because when we were doing this month, we considered it whereby the total funds needed for these projects for us to start earning, or for the project to start making money for us, we need 4.4 billion. Now, 4.4 billion, the land, they are selling it at 3 billion. Those are 2 acres on main tarmac. And the development cost of 1.4 billion shillings is inclusive of the interest, because we are looking at the 400 million to be paid to the bank in 1 year, so that we get a facility of 1 year, 12 months, and in those 12 months, we shall be able to market this project well. You see, most Ugandans, Shaite, you are in UK, excuse me. Yeah, most people always want to see if we are able to pull it off. Some may not have booked because they know it is a big project and we may fail to surely make it a success. But when we partner with the bank and we have done the math, we know if we are able to secure the plot, even start construction, or the project starts generating revenues, and we use that time to market and give members 12 months or 10 months to pay, we are able to make it. Because the 4.4 billion, if we give members a year to pay, and they give us 4.4 billion, we are in a position to buy the property, construct the petrol station, supermarket, and a cafe. We start earning income. That project alone starts generating revenues. Now, the revenues will be shared in dividends, and a percentage will be allocated to more development, because you see, we are looking at building residential apartments. Now, when the project starts generating revenues, because most of the shareholders have not retired, they still have that income where they get it from. We first, and it is done from any country, any successful company, must invest in more development. So if the first project, the first phase of the project, the petrol station, supermarket, and a cafe starts generating revenues, we allocate a percentage to more development. We start now construction of apartments. They'll also be constructed in phases. Then also members become happy. We start sharing some dividends, because members need to feel that the project is making money. So when members pay, we are able to raise that money. We invest, have the project generate revenues, share some dividends, some percentage goes to development. So we are looking at a year. if we are able to partner with the bank. But to partner with the bank, we need members' mandate. People who are going to be shareholders in this project. We need to agree. Is it? That's why I was calling upon economists and people into this kind of this industry to understand, to come and give us their views about what they think. Can we go for this, or are members able to pull these funds needed? Because if we are to pull, we need 3 billion shillings to pay to the vendor. Then we also pull more 1 billion to invest in construction. But now when we partner the bank, we shall need at least 40%. So that is like 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion for members, and then the bank gives us 1.8. We pay off the vendor. Then when we pay off the vendor, members continue paying their shares. As they are paying, we are paying to the bank, and of course there is some small revenue that is coming from their warehouses. After finishing paying now, because we are looking at 1 year, on that cost, when everyone has finished, there is extra 1 billion, which is to be invested in developing the project to give us revenues immediately. So that's how we are moving, and that's what we are planning, and we need your views and mandate. What do you think we can do?
Okay. So, okay. So another one was about a goat farming project. So how far is that? Where are we going to have that project? I remember last weekend or the other weekend you went to somewhere. Was it Mubende?
Yes,
So
yes.
are we still gonna have it? Still going to look at other land? And when is it starting?
Thank you. The goat project is starting. We are for the goat. We have 2 projects in one. One is going to be a breeding project. We are going to be breeding exotic goats to sell to farmers. That is the very first project actually. We want to first breed. Now, as we are breeding, members are paying for farmland. After buying farmland, the goats which have been breeded from the other first project will be sold now to members with farmland. So, for example, you well know that we've been looking for land. Yes, we went to Mubende. Mubende land is very beautiful. It is very beautiful. It has water. It is raised. It is not like these farmlands, in a swamp or lowland. It is well raised. Even when the place grows, you are able to develop. It is on a hill, but a fertile hill, not rocky. It is very beautiful. But now, that vendor also wants 1 billion as a first installment, because for him he has a loan facility, and they told me it's about 700 million. He has a mortgage on the land, so he wants to pay the bank their money so that we are able to take on the land. So first of all, we need 1 billion as a first installment to pay him. He's able to clear the bank. That is one. Then we need now to look at another option. Of course, our search team is getting more land for us to look at them. But for Mubende land is beautiful, but it needs 1 billion for us to be able to start on the project. That's why I was calling upon members that for that project, let members start paying. Then once we secure the land, we shall now start doing commercial goat farming. Commercial goat farming, we are looking at exporting the meat or supplying the local market. But very soon we are going to launch the breeding project, which is also going to be a collective goat farming project where members are going to be investing in as a group and profits. So it is going to be launched soon. And on Saturday, actually, we are starting on marketing that because we are visiting the
So is
farm.
that another new project?
The goat project?
Yeah, the one you're saying is going to be whatever next week. Is it another new project?
It is
Yeah, goat.
a new project for breeding now, exotic goats. Now it is exotic goats that we shall be selling to members who are investing in farmland and want to do commercial goat farming project for meat, for reselling to earn profit. And because for it is commercial, we shall try to minimize costs in terms of investing in infrastructure, farm infrastructure, goat sheds. So we do, because it will be on large scale. On large scale goats, you are not doing it for showbiz or what, you are looking at maximizing profits. So it is going to be commercial. But the first one is going to be for breeding and looking at using it to market for commercial projects. In all these projects, you must have strategies.
So maybe my last one. I saw you guys eating goats. Are those goats from our farm?
Which goats?
No, it seems those goats are coming from our farm, and we are just here salivating. You people eating our goats.
China, you need to come back to Ghana. You know when you come back, eh?
At every investment, we have a budget for barbecue, and the team may decide to procure a goat, a live goat for members to enjoy, or we may buy ready meat from the butcher and we share. But our goats at Nakasongora farm are multiplying and are doing well. That's why as the investment team at Mushana, we are seeing this as a good venture where members can invest in their money and get good returns on investment. Because last time we indicated that a goat will give birth twice in a year. Now, if you invest in 3 goats, it means in 1 year you will have 6 times 2. If you are doing this for commercial agriculture, it means you will have good returns. There are some who want to multiply and own 100 goats, own 1,000, and for us at Mushana, we are here to help people realize their dream. Thank you.
Yeah, I understand all that. By the way, I was joking about our goat being eaten last weekend. But in any meetings, you cannot always be that serious. It has to be jokes. But I was going to ask Mugabe.
Yes, Charity. I'm back. I'm on.
You see, it seems it is our goat. As soon as I talked about it, you disappeared.
No. I didn't disappear, but you see, you made me laugh. That's why I even disappeared.
But you find when I was trying to say to people, in every meeting, you have to laugh. So there must be jokes.
Now, you see, thank you, Doctor, for chipping in. I've turned on my video now because I need to look at Charity. So, Charity, you see, you joined us in, I forgot the year, but you see, we have a marketing strategy. And one of the marketing strategy is to be hospitable to our members. We need to make them, we love happy people, like our name, we are Mushana, and we love sunshine people. So we make sure that our people are happy and have a good time. I for one, I don't drink alcohol. I've never touched even a single glass of any alcohol. I don't drink. I don't know if people know. So one of the members was making a joke like, you love alcohol, but I've never seen you taking one. Said me, I love happy people. I don't need alcohol to be happy. I can actually be more happier when I'm not drunk. So, but you see, we need our members to be happy. You see, when we hold investor meetings, we are celebrating. We are celebrating for having become landlords and landladies. We are celebrating milestones. Now, what kind of celebration where people are not drinking and eating and being happy? So we need to be happy when we are holding these meetings and when people are celebrating their milestones. The goats, we always purchase goats, but when you come to Uganda, I'm sure, I promise you will be eating from the farm. You eat like a real farmer. Because yeah, we are
Tomorrow now.
now we are going to the farm on Saturday, and on Saturday you will be able to see these goats, because we are going to be showing you how far we have moved with the farm and the achievements. And actually, it is the goats at the farm that we are going to use to market for a goat project. Yes.
We should have now like 50 or more.
We should have what?
Like 50 or more.
Yes, there are 50 plus. And because, like I said, with these projects, you must have strategies. That was one of our first strategies. You see, when we are to do a project, we do enough research, and we must be in a position to make these projects success, and we make sure that at least we have good knowledge. So, for the goat project at the farm, at the coffee farm, it was one of our strategies to be in a position to learn about goats, so that by the time we launch a collective goat project, we know what we're talking about. So for now, we know about goats. We know a goat gives birth 2 times a year, and if you have good breeds, one goat can give you 4 goats. So in a year, if you start with 1, in a year you can have 5 goats if you don't have any loss. So we needed to learn about goats so that we are able to, because goats give you quick returns, by the way. Because if you start with 1 and at the end of the year you have 4, it means now you have, because in goat farming, it's the kids that you count as your profits. So you can imagine, if you have good breeds that gives you 2, you start with 1, by the 12 months or 13 months, you have 5 goats. That's why we're encouraging everyone to invest in this project. So on Saturday, we shall be heading to the farm, and we shall be showing you how the farm is doing and how far our goats and the local poultry is. Yes, someone is talking about poultry project. Now for poultry, it is first of all, it is capital intensive, and it needs the poultry is still tricky on our side, because we want to do things which are not.
Mr. Mugabe,
Yes, please.
I'm sorry to cut you short. This is Andre again.
Yes, Andrew.
I know you're hitting on poultry. One of the reasons I've been chasing you is I want to break the bias of the tricky bit of poultry. You are in an area of lack of knowledge regarding poultry, but I'll give an example. On that very road towards Luero, a couple of projects have been rolled out by me. Case in point, the SR Afro,
Wow.
Eurochick, you see on that road, I have, there are quite many projects of poultry. Those things you see there, they're not capital intensive, as you say. And the return on investment, if you make a comparison with all the things you've been rolling out here, goats, what, blah, blah, poultry gives you a quicker return. I will beg for an opportunity to run figures one day for members. I beg to sign up.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. I think, of course, that's why I said we need all members. We need to learn more about poultry. For one, I have no experience with poultry. But when you have a team who understands it, then we can work it out. So for now, we shall start with the goat, as we're learning about poultry as well. We have local. We are doing local at the farm. we started small so that we also learn the dynamics of that are involved. So we first learn about something before we surely go full board venturing into such a project. So, but for a collective goat farming, it is coming up. Poultry, we need more research, and of course we shall need your help. Then we see.
Should I say good evening again, because it's been long since I started talking. Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Mugabe, for the insight on everything and the questions that you just answered. I see Charity's hand is still up. I don't know if she still has any questions. She could ask them or put the hand down. Then I see Dorothy has put her hand up. Dorothy, please unmute yourself so that you can ask your question.
Thank you, Johnson, for your presentation. My question is in regards to helping with property, I think, development for people who are not home and we can't supervise our properties. And we've seen or we've related to cases where relatives have not helped as much. I think I inquired some time back and you told me if somebody paid 30%, you would help in terms of putting up the rest of the money. But me, I was more concerned about helping like in the full development and supervision, because I know Mushana also has like, I think, a hardware store or something like that. So could you elaborate more on that perspective, please? Thank you.
Dorothy.
It's
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Dorothy, nice hearing from you.
Oh, sure.
Yes, I was looking for you, so I'm happy to see you.
Okay. I'm here.
How was the feedback from Kasanje?
Awesome. I think my son joined too. He was super excited, so it's good.
Oh, Deus is your son?
I'm an auntie.
Oh, okay, that's great.
So it's my son, yes.
Okay, nice hearing from you. So, we are venturing into real estate development. We have that project, and we are able to manage. We're able to manage members' construction and supervise on their behalf those who are not in the country. We have launched that project and we are ready. If you are in a position to, if you need our help, we are ready, because that's why we launched up a project.
Okay, I think my clarification would be on what would the cost of managing the development be, and just highlight so that we have ideas in general.
You mean managing the development of the property?
Yes.
Yes, we do manage on your behalf. And of course, first of all, management, it works with the BOQs. It depends on the magnitude of the project, because the costs goes with BOQs. Costs cannot be the same. There are 2-roomed houses, there are 3-roomed houses, there are bungalows and villas, there are mansions, or there are apartments or arcades. So it depends on the size and magnitude of the project. Because if you are building apartments or a bigger project, management means you must have to do a supervision, cross supervision. Supervision goes with costs, the fuel and whatever. So the one who is constructing a 2-bedroomed house may finish the project in 3 months or 5 months. One who's putting up apartments will take 2 years. So it cannot be the same. You cannot surely tell you the percentage we charge. It has to be costed accordingly, according to BOQs and what is needed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I think we may need to close this meeting. Yes, we have a hand up from Helen. Helen,
Yes,
please
please.
ask a question. And
Yeah,
each,
well, it is a follow-up of Dorothy's question. I don't know. I wanted to understand this management. Is it that I would like, let's say I would like to build, and then you will take up the, do you have a construction unit, or I need just to be having someone constructing and you're just overseers? That's what I would like to understand. Do you have a construction unit that I will say, I want a flat, and then you will build it and manage, and then I pay? You will be just overseers?
Yes, we partner with, we have a construction company we are partnering with, the one which is going to construct our apartments. Because you see, you cannot have expertise in everything and you cannot do everything. So we have to outsource some services. So we are partnering with established and well-experienced companies to take on, because we don't want to do some standard or have challenges. We are trying to build a bigger brand and we don't want to have that kind of negative publicity or negative energy from clients we have worked with. So we want to give our clients the best. That's why we outsource some of the services. But we do management on your behalf with experienced and established construction companies. God willing, we shall also register one as a construction company after some time. But for now, we partner with established and experienced companies.
all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mugabe. Thank you very much, each one of you that joined. Mr. Mugabe, kindly give us your parting shots so that we can close the meeting.
Yes, thank you, Daphne, for this wonderful.
Hello?
Yes, hello? You're getting me?
Yes. My question was that when is our next meeting? It would be really useful if we kind of keep getting these kind of meetings, I think.
Okay, thank you, Chaite. The meetings are going to be, because, this is also one of our strategies. We have launched market penetration, and it is through publicity and marketing. We are trying to put the brand out there for everyone to come and join us as we are looking at celebrating our 10 years. So we are trying to strategize to have bigger projects and welcoming more members to join us. So we are going to have these meetings bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, we shall be having meetings, online meetings, so that we tackle projects by project. Some of the meetings will be coming in like this one, because last week we had a meeting, but because we needed to have this as an urgent meeting to remind members to make their payments, because we realized we may face a challenge where members are holding money because they wanted to see the title, yet it is an investment club. They are helping us to grow, because if one wanted to have a title, then they would go to an agent who has read the title. So meetings are coming. Thank you once again for joining, and I'm happy to be with you today, and I hope the message is well taken in good faith. It is not like, because you see our groups, we try as much as possible to exchange or type something that would affect someone in one way or the other. That's why we preferred to use this channel to communicate to members about the challenges we are facing on our members who are booking for plots, making us enter into sales agreements with vendors, but they hold funds or they don't pay in time. Yet the vendors give us payment plans and we need to fulfill as we agreed in a sales agreement. So members, kindly try to clear. It is affecting us all because we are all benefiting from this. You are getting properties at half price or lesser price of what you would pay if you wanted to buy a same property from a property agent or property company. So it is for our own benefit. Let us try to clear. Let us try to pay in time so that we are surely good to go. Thank you, everyone. We shall be giving you updates on the farm on Saturday. I will be going to the coffee farm on Saturday. Thank you once again and have a good evening.